All aboard! Today we show you how to play with trains on your iPad.
This episode is brought to you by the Roku over-the-top television device.
Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. Welcome to iPad 365, the show where we look at an app a day to keep your iPad in play. Welcome to Saturday. We're going to sit back and lay and do some fun stuff. And some of you have hobbies on your days off. So we're going to look at an application that'll kind of enhance your hobby, especially if you're into trains. But first of all, of course, iPad 365 is over at Geekazine.com. Go over there and check it out over at Geekazine.com/iPad 365. You can Twitter me at iPad 365. That's the Twitter handle for iPad 365 is iPad 365. And then, of course, the email is iPad365show@gmail.com. iPad365show@gmail.com. We've got a survey over at Geekazine. Go over to geekazine.com/survey. Please let me know what you like, what you don't like about this episode, about this show, iPad 365, so I can make some changes and make it better for you, and you, and you, and you, and you. That's basically what happens there. We try to make it better so you can watch more. And of course, we have over on Listly, we have a couple lists. We got one that's the top 15 apps that we've reviewed that you guys have really latched onto, and a new list that basically you can partake in, iPad apps that you use on a regular basis. You can vote some up, you can vote some down, but let me know, add to that list. It's over at list.ly. We'll have the link into the show notes. All right, if you are a train buff, and I grew up around trains, of course, my dad actually he didn't build model trains, he actually built circuses, miniature circuses. And to be at some of these train shows where he could display the circus, he actually had to have a circus with a train that basically was transported via train. Now, early times, of course, everything got transported via train, so a circus was no different. He put together a Ringling Brothers, and then, of course, we had the Powers Family Circus after a while, and you can check that all out. I've got, I think I got a couple links up on Geekazine about my dad's circus place somewhere. But anyway, you can check all that out over at Geekazine.com. But if you're a train enthusiast, you love trains and you love to do different things with trains, and maybe your basement's all filled up with trains. I remember I just saw one of the Storage Wars episodes, I believe, no, it was the Auction Hunters, where they, for the Studio 63, where they sold this big old train set, and I was kind of salivating. It's like, I want that train set myself. Now, of course, I use my basement to do a studio, so I can't really put up a big train, but I love this because I can actually have trains on my iPad, and I found a really cool iPad app that'll let you play with trains. It's actually a game. It's really cool. It's called ElectroTrains. And basically what it is you get a map of a set of train tracks. Train starts rolling in. Train keeps rolling all night long. Anyway, so it rolls in, and you have some trains with different track directions and switches. Now, you'll get, the train will either be white, it'll be red, it'll be blue, or it'll be green. And the idea is when the train is white, you let it pass through. If the train is red, there's an actual station that you want to pass the train through. Of course, that station would also be red. If a blue train comes in, there's a blue station, and a green train comes in, there's a green station. You make the switches in the track so the train will come through and then drop off whatever cargo it's got in, because I'm assuming that's what the color red's about, color green and blue, of course. And then when it turns white, it means that it's all filled up, or all empty for that matter, excuse me, and then you can actually let the train pass through and go out of the scene. As the game progresses, you get more trains coming onto your tracks, and you've got to figure out how to make the trains not collide with each other, because if they collide, you lose the game. Now, if you tap on the train, it actually speeds up the train, so if there's two trains coming to a collision, all you have to do is tap on one, and it'll speed the train through, and you could probably miss that. Of course, if you miss on the switch, then you've got to reroute them to get to their actual station, and of course, if they run off the screen, then you don't get the points on that. You level up every time that you go into each train, and you've successfully emptied the train out. And then sometimes the train would be like red, and then you go through the red box and all of a sudden it would be blue. So you'd have to reroute the train through the blue box, and then it would turn white, and then you could let it go there. They have a few different maps, so you can unlock maps and go from there. And of course, there are some in-app purchases as well. But the name of this application, it's a lot of fun for such a little app. And if you're a train enthusiast, this is the application to have. Once again, it's called ElectroTrains. You can check it out at the App Store. Stop dreaming, start streaming. Get yourself a Roku over-the-top television box as little as $49.99. Go over to Geekazine.com/Roku, and of course that helps iPad 365 and Geekazine shows keep the lights on, keep these episodes going right for you. So anyway, over-the-top television at its best, several channels. It's one of the best streaming over-the-top television units there. It's a little box, you hook it up to your TV, you hook it up to your internet, either through a wired connection or a wireless connection, depending on what your box has, and then you can watch all the TV channels that you want. You can even cut your cable because there's so much content on the Roku. Things like Netflix, Hulu Plus, Amazon.com. If you're into news, there's some news channels. If you got kids, you've got the Disney Channel. They've got a channel for everybody. And best part is they keep growing for more content. Now, you can also get games. Of course, that is the $100 version of the Roku. The Roku XS is what it's called. But of course, prices start at $49.99. So you can get an over-the-top television for one price, cut your cable, and get on the over-the-top television revolution with the Roku. Once again, Geekazine.com/Roku for that. And that's the episode for today. Have you tried ElectroTrains? Do you like ElectroTrains? Put it into the list over at Listly if you do. But let me know. Twitter me at iPad365. Of course, email me at iPad365show@gmail.com. We've got the mailing list up, so go over to Geekazine.com/iPad365. Put your name on the email list. We send emails once a week, nothing more. And of course, you can get yourself information on what's going on with iPad 365, including some of the specials that we're going to be running, and we're going to be doing a giveaway very, very soon, and I can't wait for that to happen. So anyway, tomorrow we've got a great application for you. It's Sunday, and it's Fun Day tomorrow, and we're going to have a little bit of fun, and we'll check it out in 24 when it will be another iPad 365. My name is Jeffrey Powers, and until then, geek out.
You should follow Graphite on Twitter at GraphiteINC.